It's May 23rd, JLD here, and welcome to MSTR Today. In this show, we talk about the Strife ATM, which was announced, and what this means for MSTR. Speaking of MSTR, we do a little MSTR versus IBIT comparison over the past few months to the year. We also talk about Bitcoin's HODL comparison, specifically the Bitcoin treasury companies, the HODL comparison between all of them, a very interesting graphic. Also, strategy is a bridge. We have a great graphic about this as well. And it's really great to just recognize the fact of the role that strategy is playing in this market right now. This video is not financial advice. Please do comment below. Let me know where you're watching from. Just comment for support. That really always means a lot. And let's dive on in. All right, we're starting today with Michael Saylor, who just wants us to pay with dollars, eat the pizza, keep the Bitcoin. He's referencing the fact that yesterday was Pizza Day. It was the day, I think it was back in 2008 was the year, or maybe it was 2011 actually, where somebody actually bought two pizzas with Bitcoin, and he has a picture of it. And then they have that great graphic that shows how much the Bitcoin would be worth if he had just held on to that. But at the end of the day, we always love this day because it was proof that somebody valued Bitcoin. Somebody valued Bitcoin. So Michael Saylor giving a little tribute, a little nod, pay with dollars, eat the pizza, keep the Bitcoin. I think we all know to do that now. And by the way, I know there's a lot of people who are frustrated and are just a little, I think frustrated is the best word, about MSTR over the past week or two, just with the actual price action, with Bitcoin going to all-time highs. And listen, I get it. I wish it was going higher too. Of course that I do. But I'm playing the long game. Like, I'm not worried about short or medium term. I am convinced that MSTR is an inevitable train. And so that's my long-term thinking. Yes, I wish that it was going up. Yes, I wish that it is performing better along with Bitcoin right now, but it's not. And I'm willing to be patient. And for those people that need a little refresher, Jeff, and I will post this in my show notes below, just did an hour and 12 minutes video last night at around 8 p.m. last night, just on the MSTR and Strife investment grade analysis and market comp simulation. This is a refresher for those people that feel like they might need it on MSTR. I know after I listened to it, my conviction even went higher, and my conviction is about as high as it can be, but it even went higher after this hour and 12-minute call or video that Jeff produced. I highly recommend it. Just go for a walk, listen to this video, recalibrate yourself, refresh yourself with why you fell in love with MSTR in the first place, and realize that the short-term action, the medium-term action, it's people that are scared right now. They're picking up pennies in front of a steamroller because strategy has 576,000 Bitcoin. Yes, there's bright new shiny objects all over the place. If you want to chase those, go for it. But we know where strategy is going with 576,000 Bitcoin and stacking every single week with products like Strike and Strife and the ATM usage and the convertible bonds. They have so many levers at their disposal. They are the winner. They have won. They are on the top of the pile and they're going nowhere. And that's the pile of Bitcoin, by the way. Let's keep on moving because Jeff did say that this is huge. This is the Strike and Strife are going to fix the bond market. It's a very big development. Hyper accretive to MSTR shareholders, fully torqued MSTR on the horizon. And this is a 16-minute presentation by Fong Lee and Michael Saylor yesterday. They released this. I listened to it immediately. I loved it. I'm actually listening to it again today just because I love listening to these men talk. That's why I just say, let Fong Lee cook. Let Michael Saylor cook. These individuals know what they're doing. They are crushing it. They are financial engineers, and they are geniuses at their craft, at what they're doing. And I'm so excited for the future. And they are setting up strategy and MSTR shareholders for such an amazing future. And plus, now that I own a big chunk of Strife, because I don't want to hold cash, but I would love to hold Strife, so I do hold Strife. And I'm making $10 per every share of Strife that I own. It's pretty awesome times, and this is what it's all about. So I definitely recommend giving this a listen for sure. And then this is just a great graphic that was posted. MSTR plus Stripe is a triple ATM. And of course, you've got the MSTR ATM getting hit, and that's a 6.9 times torque for us. The Strike is 10.4x, which is great, but Strife, man, when Strife ATM gets going, and now that it's out there and it will be going, that's a 12.8x torque for us. It is so exciting. I mean, I just love the thoughts of where this is going. Jeff has another great post where he says, big day with the Stripe ATM announcement. The market at large is completely discounting the size, scale, security, and credit rating of MSTR and what that means for the entirety of the marketplace. The sentiment feels eerily similar to February of 2024. And by the way, Jeff was in the trade back then, so he knows what it felt like when everyone said MSTR is dead and they fully ported over to IBIT, completely missing the bigger picture of play. This will be the biggest company in the world has ever seen, perhaps an order of magnitude larger than the largest companies that exist today. Probably going to hop on a live stream today and walk through some thoughts. And again, he got on. It was an hour and 12 minutes. It was epic. I highly recommend watching that hour video. So good. MicroStrategy wants us to know how to F up a Bitcoin bank. What do? You take Bitcoin deposits from customers, promise redemption, and pay them interest. Okay, that's the wrong way. How do you grow a Bitcoin bank? Well, how about the MSTR way? That's buy Bitcoin yourself, keep it, only take fiat from the customer, and pay them a generous 10% interest. And that's what I'm getting as a Strife holder for sure. Of course, I didn't go into Strife until I was fully loaded in my MSTR. So let's go there first. Now we've also got another great post. Let's move on over to Ryan. And Ryan says, MSTR priced in IBIT review. Listen, MSTR is up 215% since the Bitcoin ETF launch. The current level above the March 2024 high, nonlinear up moves followed by a range. To suggest that Strategy's execution, including its ATM activity, has been disappointing is to be divorced from reality. Anybody that thinks the ATM activity, and I'm saying this now, this is in my voice, JLD's voice. If anybody thinks that Strategy's ATM activity is disappointing, you are divorced from reality of what Strategy is promising they will do, of what Saylor is promising he will do, which is stack Bitcoin at every opportunity at these incredible generational opportunities that we have right now, the price points that we are at right now. So let's get back to reality. Brian says, MSTR sentiment has become so bearish. It makes me bullish. IV is brutally cheap. MSTR is on track to clear S&P 500 eligibility with a wide margin at a top 100 level market cap. But all anyone can talk about is lagging performance. Well, performance lags until it doesn't. Dun, dun, dun. And then this is the visual scale I wanted to share with you, the Bitcoin Treasury Company HODL comparison. This is the visual portion of that. MSTR versus the next 10 closest companies combined. MSTR has a 3.35x the top 10 other Bitcoin Treasury companies combined. Wouldn't be surprised to see Metaplanet fly past most others on this list. Some things worth considering: scale, risk, liquidity, moat, and utility. That said, I'm along for the Metaplanet ride. There's a movement underway, feels a lot similar to 2021 GameStop vibes, except with a nuclear Bitcoin core and a Japanese bond market meltdown. Lastly, always build the base. And then look at, here's MSTR visually. Every square is 1,000 Bitcoin. The next closest 10, you have Mara, then SEP, then Riot, and it just goes on down until you have, at the very bottom, Metaplanet. And again, Jeff was saying he thinks they will be climbing this ladder quickly. I can see that happening as well. Let's go. So let's talk about Strategy being a bridge for capital to move from TradFi to Bitcoin. Strategy isn't just a company buying and holding Bitcoin. It's a mechanism for allowing fiat to cross from traditional finance to Bitcoin at scale. Institutional capital no longer has to navigate cold wallets or crypto rails. It just needs to buy a stock. Strategy is a bridge where TradFi meets Bitcoin, and it's only getting stronger. And here's the bridge. Strategy is a bridge for allowing capital to move from TradFi to Bitcoin. Here's TradFi. Here's Strategy, the bridge, and here's Bitcoin. Like, we need to realize how simple this is. That's why it's so powerful. The simplest solutions always win. And this is a simple solution that Strategy has mastered. They are the winner. They have won this. They have a moat that cannot be compared. I mean, you just saw what the visual representation looks like of Strategy versus everybody else. They've won. Let's go. Speaking of let's go, let's get into some epic video clips right now.
And of course, that makes Bitcoin the best asset class. It's an entire ecosystem of products, services, companies, securities, derivatives, and professions. It's the global digital asset network. It's the internet of money. It's the securities, or Bitcoin-backed securities, are being issued worldwide, everywhere, at an accelerating rate. This year, right, you saw an explosion of spot ETFs in the US, but look at all the ETFs in Hong Kong. Look at all the ETFs in Europe. This is the beginning, right? You're going to see more and more and more. Every one of these companies is joining the ecosystem. They're securitizing. And it's not just this MicroStrategy security. Options are security. There are options and derivatives on the securities. There are bonds on the securities. This is exploding. It'll continue. Every Bitcoin miner is a security. One day there'll be 1,000 securities or 10,000 securities, all backed by Bitcoin. Same with corporate treasuries. Bitcoin treasuries are growing rapidly, right? They keep this chart up every month. It's never declining. The chart's not ever decreasing. It only goes one way. Bitcoin is a capital ratchet. It's a one-way ratchet, right? Archimedes said, give me a lever long enough and a place to stand and I can move the world. Bitcoin is the place to stand. The leverage is coming via all these securities, all these corporate treasuries, right? And the leverage is getting to be extreme. MicroStrategy showed you how you can actually generate performance with leverage, but we're just the first. We're not the only. You could do it 10,000 more times. The more leverage that gets put on this network, the bigger the network's going to get.
Online shopping has never been easier, but this ease is new enough that we remember a time when entering all our credit card info every time we purchased something online was the norm. Luckily, we don't have to do that anymore thanks to Shopify. That's right, that purple Shop Pay button that makes it seamless to purchase online is powered by Shopify. And Shopify doesn't just make it easy to buy, it makes it incredibly easy to start a business no matter your experience. Shopify is the commerce platform behind 10% of all e-commerce in the US, and they make it super easy to get up and running with beautiful, ready-to-go templates and built-in marketing and email tools. Worried about tracking inventory, payments, and analytics? No stress. Shopify helps you manage it all from a single dashboard. And back to that iconic purple Shop Pay button, it's why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/MSTR. Go to shopify.com/MSTR, shopify.com/MSTR. So check it out. I know we're all looking to stack more Bitcoin and MSTR, and to do that, we need more fiat. So let's chat about our sponsor, ShipStation. We all know the market can seem pretty chaotic at times, but if you're in charge of order fulfillment for your business, you already understand chaos. While we might not be able to help calm the chaos in the market, ShipStation is here to help when it comes to shipping and fulfillment. I've used ShipStation to easily automate shipping to customers around the globe. My favorite part about the platform, managing orders in one simple dashboard makes an otherwise massive task feel pretty darn simple. Plus, ShipStation not only integrates with the services and selling channels you already use, it's also the fastest, most affordable way to ship products to your customers. ShipStation hooks you up with discounts up to 88% off UPS, DHL Express, and USPS rates, and up to 90% off FedEx rates. Calm the chaos of order fulfillment with the shipping software that delivers. Switch to ShipStation today. Go to shipstation.com/MSTR to sign up for your free trial, or click the pinned comment below this video. That's shipstation.com/MSTR. And thank you for supporting our sponsors that allow myself and my team to continue to produce these daily videos for you for free. Now back to the show.
Volatility was a gift to the faithful. It scares away the tourist. It scares away the lazy. It scares away the people that are already conventionally rich, that have all the money. If you're a 20-something or a 30-something and you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to spend 100 hours or 200 hours, if you have more time than money, then the volatility of Bitcoin is a gift to you. If you have more money than time, and you're arrogant and egotistical and you just pick the obvious, then if the volatility goes away, you buy Bitcoin. If people in the rest of the world knew what I know and they understood and they agreed with me, Bitcoin would go to $10 million tomorrow. And if Bitcoin went to $10 million tomorrow, I want you to think about how you would feel and how your viewers would feel, because you would lose 20 years of stacking opportunity during which you get to buy at less than $10 million. So the difference between $10 million and 100,000, that's what you give up if the volatility goes away and people start to agree with you. I know wealthy people, they own 16 estates on the Eastern Shore, and they live in 2 of them. Like, why do they buy them? They land banking. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Well, the guy makes a lot of money every year, and he doesn't want to put it in a savings account. So he goes and he just buys a cool piece of property, and he buys another one. Well, okay, it sounds good, but here's the problem. The guy buys up the beautiful pieces of property, and so you can't afford it. And if the rich guy wasn't buying up all the beautiful houses, they would cost half as much. And you could live in a beautiful house. So here's what happens. Some rich dude has 27 houses that are empty. You don't have a beautiful house. You have a family. Your kids, your dog could use the beautiful house. The rich dude doesn't even want the house. He just wants a long-term capital preservation strategy. Right? And so that's a perverse incentive and a distorted economy. That's broken. That's broken money. That's because the rich dude is using an estate on the Eastern Shore of Maryland as a piggy bank. Yep. Huh? But the estate doesn't get renovated. The house is falling down. There's a beautiful pool on the water, and you could have a great family picnic there every Sunday, but it's not going to happen because the rich dude has 16 other houses. He just bought that house because he thought it was a good investment. Okay, that's wrong.
And there you have it, another episode of MSTR Today. And here's my receipt from yesterday. I bought a 0.507 share of MSTR. I filled it at $416, and I personally spent $211 to do so. So I'm continuing to buy $210 to $211 worth of MSTR every single trading day of 2025. This coming Sunday, as every Sunday, I will reveal my entire portfolio. How's it looking? Am I up? Am I down? Am I even? We'll see. I think we know the answer, at least right now, but only time will tell. And just remember, we're in price discovery mode. These are exciting times. So enjoy them. Don't just stress about that next leg up. Just enjoy the fact that we're sitting somewhere around 110, 111,000 Bitcoin. I mean, back not too long ago when we were struggling around 77, 78, 79K, I mean, I know any of us would have been jumping for joy at the thought that in just a month or two's time, we'd be at all-time high. So just enjoy it. Get outside, go for a walk, get the sun on your face, breathe some fresh air. I do that every day with my dog, Gus, who's right here. Definitely one of my favorite parts of the day. And of course, another favorite part of my day is when Bitcoin is hitting all-time high. So let's hope this keeps going, but let's also enjoy these wins along the way, because this is the journey. It's not the destination, and we are on this journey together. I believe it's inevitable. I hope that you believe it's inevitable. I know that Michael Saylor believes it's inevitable, and he also believes there is no second best.
What's the second best? There is no second best.